Hey everybody, welcome to another recap of Top Chef. Last week Preeti was sent home. This week, well, we realized that 3 women in a row have gone home. This is pretty serious for the women. Girls, step it up. Alright, so it's time for the Quickfire, and it's not just any Quickfire, it's a high stakes Quickfire. AKA, that means the loser is going to be going home. The winner gets immunity, loser's going home. So, Daniel Boulud is the guest judge, and the protein of the week is escargot. How do you say? Snails? Yeah, so this whole week is about French cuisine, which is kind of cool because I'd really like to know more about it. And by the end of the episode, I have learned a lot more about it. They need to create a dish in 45 minutes, and like I said, the winner gets immunity, and the loser's going home. So, in the top, Mike, he made a Greek version of escargot that I guess he had when he was in Crete. Kevine made a fricassie. He's putting a little bit of his southern in there, which is nice. Kevine, I just said Kevine. Jennifer, she made a yuzu sauce, which was really interesting. They really liked the acidity in that one. So Kevine wins with his fricassee. He's got immunity plus a bonus, which will be determined later on. Well, they already know what it is, but we'll find out later on. So the bottom, Jessie, she had an ELT. I don't think anything goes with LT except bacon, so apparently that wasn't a good idea. Ashley, she had a leek soup with some escargot in it and a mirepoix and other stuff too. It sounded like it had a lot of stuff in it. Robin, she did a play on bagels and lox. So I guess like bagels and escargot, but she had like a rye crostini. I guess they were all so bad that they just couldn't decide who really sucked it up the most, so they gave them a second chance, and they said, you've got 20 minutes, go make an amuse bouche, and we'll see what happens. So in the end, Jessie was sent home for her amuse bouche because she did a tuna tartare with a quail egg, and it was like, too much egg, not enough tuna. That's the 4th girl in a row. Now it's even worse. We really need to step it up, ladies. Come on. So it's time for the elimination challenge, and they draw knives, and they find out that there are 6 different proteins and 6 different sauces, and they are all classic French. So the only person who doesn't draw a knife is Kevine, because his bonus is that he gets to dine with all of the amazing French chefs that everybody's going to be cooking for. Now, everybody was like ready to crap their pants when they heard this lineup of French chefs, including Hubert Keller, thank you very much, and of course Daniel Boulud, but we'll get to the entire list right before we get to the challenge. So, yeah, they got to pair up the sauces with the proteins. They go into Whole Foods, they got $200 to shop and 30 minutes to do it in. So when they find out that they're going to be cooking in Joel Roubuchon's kitchen, they really crap their pants because it's a 3-star Michelin. That's like the highest you can get. Yeah, so Kevine, put on a tie. Don't wear sandals. So in the interim, they celebrate Mattin's 29th birthday. Couple of words of advice, Mattin. Lay off the booze. It'll only do you in the end. So let's get to the judges. Of course, Daniel Boulud, Hubert Keller, one of my personal favorites, Joho, Laurent Tourondel, Gail, and Joel Roubuchon. What a freaking lineup. It was like the Star Wars of French chefs in that room. Alright, so Ron and Robin were up first. They paired a frog leg with a Meunier sauce. Too much flour on the frog leg, and you can't taste the frog because the sauce was overpowering. Bryan and Mike, they had a trout with a deconstructed béarnaise sauce. It was simple, but it was elegant. It was obvious that they had put a lot of thought into it. And in general, it was just excellent, and the judges really appreciated their cooking. Then there was Eli, and you know, I forgot to put down her name, the girl with the blonde hair who made the risotto in the first, in the Quickfire challenge. They had a lobster sauce Americaine. Well, a lobster and a sauce Americaine. The lobster was tough, and the sauce was too bitter. It's hard to cook lobster. It gets tough really easily. Mattin and Ashley, they had a poisson with a velouté, and Mattin is French, so this is something that he's comfortable cooking, and they kind of expected a lot out of him because this is his forte. The poisson was bland, and the velouté had too much bacon in it. So it kind of overpowered the poisson, and the poisson was overcooked. It was not a good situation at all. Alright, so Jennifer and Michael. This is like the dream pairing for this season. I think these two are like going to be ended up in the top 2. They had a lapin with chaussure. The rabbit was cooked perfectly. It was excellent. I can't say anything bad about this dish because everything that they said was good. Unfortunately, the next dish, not the same deal at all. That was Hector and Ash. They had a Chateaubriand and a sauce au poivre. Not enough sauce, first of all. And that totally was not completely Ash's fault either, because he had to wait forever for Hector to finish cooking the chateau. And I don't know, the whole presentation on Hector's part was just really unrefined because unfortunately Gail got a piece that looked like it was macheted to death. You gotta know how to cut up a piece of meat even when you're in a hurry. Alright, so Padma announces, I'd like to see Bryan and Mike and Jennifer and Michael at judges' table. So basically, all of the chefs were amazing in this top 4, but Bryan wins because he was just really innovative. And his prize is that he gets to stodge for a week at Joel Roubuchon's restaurant in Las Vegas. Amazing. That is like a crazy opportunity. So the bottom. I'd like to see Mattin and Ashley and Hector and Ash at judges' table. So all 4 of these guys, pretty crappy. I would have to say with the exclusion of Ash. But Hector, come on. Any chef in Las Vegas on a line can roast a piece of Chateaubriand and cut it up decently. So like that's the final nail in the coffin for you. So unfortunately you're going home. Next time it's like cooking out in the desert, like you're a cookie, you know, on the wagon trail. So that should be extremely interesting. And this is the first time I've actually seen Tom get up and spit something out. So yeah, usually that's Padma's job, but this time it was Tom. So until next time, much love.